Hello and welcome again to Fox Comics and Games in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. And we're unpacking this week's comic book order from Diamond Comics. And we're going to start this week with a few of the figurines that have come in just because we like to and because we can. We're going to start with Star Trek, Lieutenant Commander Data. Data, that's right, Data, that's who it is. His bust. We have some of his bust. Then from the Funko Pop people, we got in Woody with his radio controlled car. So, yep, there you go. We have that if you're interested. Several of those. Some of the Chotsky we got in this week. We got in some Hellboy cards. We got in Game of Thrones cards. We got in a bunch of DC and Marvel keychains, represented here by the Trident keychain for Aquaman. We thought that was probably the coolest of all of them because it'll poke you in the pocket if you've lost your keys. And then we got in some manga and graphic novels, mainly a lot of Kieran Gillen Phonogram and some Mr. Miracle and some Brian Michael Bendis, Miles Morales Spider-Man, some reorders on Lady Killer and Rick Remenders and same old. But we also got in the manga section this week, the Batman Justice League manga Volume 2. I know quite a few of you out there buy these. We got them in today as they release today, or they go on sale tomorrow, Wednesday, April 24th. But they are in, so you will find them here at Fox's in beautiful downtown Marion, Illinois. Now, on to the comic books this week. We're going to start with DC and issue 1010 of Superman Action Comics. That's right, Action Comics 1010. And then, as we often do, we show the beautiful variant covers for those, and it is indeed a beautiful cover. Next up, we have from Marvel, issue 3 of their Age of X-Men Extremis. And actually in our top 5 covers of the week, Marvel's kind of picking up their cover game. It reminded us of a young lady meeting a gamer we have in our store that we just call Damien. But just the outline of it, it looks a lot like Damien. So we thought of a customer of ours and thought that that fit perfectly. Next up from Marvel, we have issue 20 of Amazing Spider-Man. And it is indeed amazing. That is issue 20. And again, as we often do, we show the variant covers on those. So that is the variant for issue 20 of Amazing Spider-Man. Up next from Image Comics, and quite excitedly so, also in our top 5 covers of the week, Jeff Lemire's Ascender, number 1. Do yourself a favor and jump on this right away, because I don't know that we're going to be able to get more of these. We only got in 30 of the book, so get here and get them while you can. But it is issue 1 of Jeff Lemire's Ascender from Image, going live tomorrow. Marvel is up next with issue 18 of The Avengers, and it has a War of the Realms tie-in, as you can see from the gaudiness up at the top. A close runner-up to cover of the week this week was Avengers 18 variant edition. We really wanted to give that cover of the week, but something supplanted it, so didn't quite get there. But it is in our top 5 covers of the week. And then there's the Asgardians variant cover for Avengers 18. Also out from Marvel this week is, and I believe Ralph Macchio is writing this, it is issue 1 of Avengers Edge of Infinity. I think you can kind of imply what this book deals with, in perfect timing with the movie. So just a little heads up there. DC is up next with Batgirl and issue 34. And as always, a stunningly gorgeous Batgirl variant for issue 34. It is in our top 5 covers of the week. Very solidly. Next up, also from DC, issue 31 of Batman Beyond. And as we often do, we show the Batman Beyond variant cover as well. Marvel's up next with issue 11 of Black Panther. And staying with Marvel, we go with issue 4 of Black Widow. And then next up we have from Valiant, and if you're not reading Valiant, there's something wrong with you. It is issue 6 of Bloodshot, Rising Spirit. And those of you who are smart enough to have Bloodshot Rising Spirit on your pull list with us, you'll get this version instead. It has a better cover, and more pages of content at the same price. So join that exclusive club at Fox's. You have to know someone. Next up from DC Vertigo, we have issue 7 of Books of Magic. Kind of looks like Harry Potter when you talk about the magic. All right, just saying. I'm being told to move on, so we'll move on. Next up from Image Publishing is issue 4 of Ed Brubaker's Criminal. Next up is our cover of the week. I'll just leave it at that. It is issue 2 of Dark Red, and you can see where the young woman has ripped that boy's heart out. Kind of, this is Mrs. Fox, and then this would be Mr. Fox. So there you are, but that's cover of the week. So if you're not Aftershock Comics this week, suck it, because they got cover of the week. Next up from DC, we have Batman Detective 1002. And as we always do, we show the beautiful Detective Comics variant, and that is for issue 1002 Detective. DC is up again with issue 2 of Dial H for Heroes, part of the Wonder Comics series. IDW is up next with a sassy reboot of their own, Dick Tracy Forever, issue 1. And then next up, and in the running for this week's cover of the week, Doctor Strange, issue 13. What's going on with Galactus, I don't know. Marvel's up next with issue 9 of Fantastic Four. Dark Horse is up next. Issue 4 of Fight Club, volume 3. And again, as we always do, we show you the beautiful, beautiful variant covers on Fight Club. Then next up, from Boom Studios, we have Firefly, issue 5. And again, as we always do, the variant covers. That's Firefly, issue 5's variant from Boom Studios. Then from DC, we have issue 69 of The Flash. And then, as we often do, the variant issue. Then next up from Valiant, and if you're not reading Valiant, well, there's something wrong with you. Issue 3 of The Forgotten Queen. Beautiful cover, as is their variant for Forgotten Queen. Again, this is if you've pre-ordered it and it's on your pull list. If you know someone and know the secret handshake at Fox's, you can get that one. Then from DC, we have issue 5 of Freedom Fighters. And then from DC Vertigo, a really popular book here at Fox's, issue 5 of Goddess Mode. Image Publishing is up next with issue 5 of Hardcore. And DC is up next with Heroes in Crisis, issue 8. Only one left in this, so get to reading, folks. And as always, there's the beautiful variant cover for Heroes in Crisis. And then up next, for those of you who are reading Marvel's Hulkverines, it is issue 3 of Hulkverines. And then also from Marvel, issue 5 of Ironheart. DC is up next with Justice League Dark, issue 10. And really just a strange variant cover for issue 10, Justice League Dark. Don't understand what happened there. Next up from Image Publishing, we have issue 8 of Maneaters. Boom Studios brings us issue 38 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And as they always do, and as we always do, we show their beautiful variant covers. Also in the top 5 covers of the week, just for retroactive reasons. Next up from Tokyo Pop is The Nightmare Before Christmas, Zero's Journey, number 9. And then up from Valiant Publishing, which if you're not reading Valiant, again, there's something wrong with you. We have Punk Mambo, number 1. And just to show you how Punk Mambo is, we have the pre-order edition. Again, if you're part of our secret club, you get that one instead of the other one. Next up from Image, probably one of the most read books here in our store, issue 13 of The Realm. Also from Image Publishing, issue 19 of Redneck from Donny Cates. Those of you who are liking Venom currently, that's a great book from Donny Cates as well. Then next up from Aftershock, kind of a graphic novella. It's kind of horror based, and it is called The Replacer. And so that is what is up from Aftershock this week. Marvel has issue 20 of Runaways. Image Publishing is up after that with issue 3 of Mark Millar's Sharky the Bounty Hunter. I believe that's licensed, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's going to Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. There you are. And that's one of the variant covers for Sharky the Bounty Hunter, issue 3, as is that one. Next up from DC, we have issue 16 of The Silencer. And then we have from Image Publishing, issue 296 of Spawn. IDW is up after that with a one-shot from Star Trek. It is called Waypoint. And then also from IDW, issue 1 of Star Trek Year 5. Marvel is on board next with issue 31 of Star Wars Dr. Aphra. Beautiful cover there. Then we have also from Marvel issue 1 of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And then from Marvel, because they haven't beaten that Lucas horse enough, we've got issue 3 of Star Wars Vader Dark Visions. Then from Marvel, because we hadn't ordered much from them this week, we got in issue 5 of the Superior Spider-Man. And there's the lovely variant cover on that. DC is up next with issue 15 of the Terrifics. And then Marvel is up next with Thanos, #1, Oddly Timed. And then, as always, we show, and this was one of the runners up for cover of the week, the Thanos variant cover. IDW is up next with issue 93 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Marvel is up after that with issue 13 of Venom. And a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Venom variant. Made our top 5 covers of the week. Good job, Marvel. Up next from Marvel is War of the Realms, Uncanny X-Men, #1. Just because they can. Image Publishing is up next with issue 6 of The Warning. Image is up again with issue 43 of Kieran Gillen's Wicked and the Divine. DC comes up next with Warren Ellis's Wildstorm, issue 22. Marvel comes up next with issue 4 of Wolverine, The Long Night adaptation. DC follows that with issue 69 of Wonder Woman. If That's You, We'll Call You Back. And then ending up the pack is runner-up for best cover of the week as well, in our top 5, but didn't quite get there, Wonder Woman issue 69 variant. That looks like all the comics and merchandise from Fox's. We'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday, April 24th. Thanks so much.